This video, let us focus on sorting. So we have covered adding, removing, finding some elements in the list. This video, let us focus on sorting. Now sorting comes in two parts. Either you can use a sort function or you can use the sorted, which is takes another list. So I'll explain you the differences in them. Plus, we'll also go and understand how to use Lambda functions and apply those when you are trying to do some sort of sorting. So let's begin. Let's consider we have an element and we'll call it as numbers. And these numbers are any random numbers. So let's say 3, 1, 15, 65, 0, 43. And I want to sort this number. So what will I do? I will basically use a function which is like numbers dot sort. And after we sort this out, what will happen? Let me print original and let's print the numbers, or let's print the sorted numbers first. So we'll say this is sorted, and the thing about sort is it will make the changes in the list itself. So even if you go and now try and say let's see what is the original list showing up now, it will be the same. Yeah, so if I try to check this out, let's try to execute this. Python list sorting py. So this is the sorted, this is the original. You saw it made the changes directly in the list itself. What if I want to do the reverse sorting? Yeah, so I'll say print reverse sorting. So let's say I want to sort the same number in reverse order, so I'll say numbers dot sort, and then I have got a flag which is called as reverse is equal to true. And now if I say print reversed, and same numbers if I print, so as I told, it will start making changes in the same area. So you see it has reverse sorted. But what if I want to do the sorting on basis of my uh, let's say I want to do the sorting but I don't want to change the original number. So let's try that. So for that reason, let us take other numbers is equal to 0, 23, 21, 45, 87, and 23. Okay, 24 here. Then I have got 90. And now I want to do the sorting. So I will say sorted numbers is equal to, there is an inbuilt function which is called as sorted, and I pass the other numbers. Now if you see original, which was my other numbers, and if I see sorted, which is my sorted numbers, see my original numbers are okay. I made some mistake. My other numbers are should be as is. So yeah, they are as it is. So 0, 23, 21, 45. Here it is 0, 21, 23, 45, 24, 45, 87. Okay, this is perfect. Now you see here that we do not make mess up the original list, and it can be further used for the processing. So these are two major implementation we can use for sorting. Now let us focus on sorting the complex objects. Now consider I have a cart which is basically a list, contains three elements inside it. First is basically a bread which is the product, then price is 15 and the quantity is what is 2. Same way I have got butter and then I have got jam. Now if I say I want to sort this, cart dot sort. Okay. Let's say what will happen after I do this. It is not being able to, and let's say print sorted cart, and let me print the cart. So if you see, there was no change happened. The reason is we are not been able to tell them basically what should be, see here it was a singular number, so there was no problem, but here we are sorting on what basis, we need to specify that. So for that reason we have to specify a key. What is this key? When there is a complex object, we tell them that okay, this is bread butter, this is bread, price is $15 and quantity is 2. Now what, on what basis do I want to uh, check them out, or what is the basis, what is the key on basis on which I want to sort it out. So for that reason, what will I do? See, I will simply just write a function. I'll say def key for cart. Yeah, key for my cart. And I pass individual item from my list. And what do I return? Now this will become an individual item here. This will become an individual item here. And let's say I want to do on the basis of price. So I'll say return item of 1. Why? Because this is zero based index, so 0 1, I want to do the on basis of this. Okay, and then what do I say in key? I say key for cart. This time what will happen now, when I once I process this, it will start sorting my elements, cart dot sort, and then we have got, so I should get jam on top, butter, and then bread. Let's see if that happens. See, jam, butter, bread. I hope you are able to understand this, because here we are specifying the key. As it is a complex object, you need to tell them on what basis you want to do the sorting. And the, if you want to do reverse, you can just add up your reverse is equal to true. And now you can see the same cart is sorted basically again back to bread, butter, and jam. Also, you can try to make it much more complex. How you can do that? So for doing that, you can simply try out one thing. Let's say 15 multiplied by 2 is 30. 7 multiplied by 3 is 21, and 3 multiplied by 1 is 3. So if I want to do the sorting on total price, like what is the like on top of which is which item costed you more in all the combinations based upon the quantity you have taken. So basically I want to do the sorting based upon price into quantity. So for that reason I can do what, I can write another function here. Let's say key for cart, quantity, and price, or let's say key for total price. Okay, and how do I return this? I'll say return item 1 into item 2, so it's combined. And now I say cart dot sort key is equal to key for total price, comma, no need for any other thing, so I'll say just print sorted cart on total price. So that way butter should be on top now. And let's see what happens. So I specify my cart. Yeah, because jam should be the lowest, butter is okay 3. Yeah, this is 21 and this is 30, so that way it is doing the sorting. And that's how you do the sorting in list using the basic functions. This was for sorting the complex objects. The next thing we need to understand is a process called as lambda functions. Rather than writing those extra functions, Python allows you to write a single line functions which basically returns a function object. So you can write lambda. Lambda is a keyword which is used to define the lambda function. Then you have got arguments, like you can have one, many arguments, whatever you want, they are comma separated. And then you write an expression. Whatever expression you write, it will be evaluated and the result will be returned. So let us try to implement this function in our current execution. How will we do that? So the plan is, let's say this is my key for cart, right? If I want to use this key for cart and I want to convert this into my lambda function, how will I do that? So let's say sorting on price function. Okay, let's say that is the name of the function I give. I say lambda and I provide them the item. So what is the item here? This is the item I am providing. This is my argument. And what do I return? Item of 1. So this is the simple function I would return. Then if I want to do the sorting, so let's say cart dot sort, and this time I'll say key is equal to sorting on price. I should get the same output, but the idea was not declaring using it separately. Idea is, let's just use it directly here and comment this off. So we don't need those extra functions. If the functions are not reusable, it is better to use them with the Lambda function. So if I, what was the final value? It was 317. Jam was on top, butter, and then bread. And if I do this sorting, I should actually be getting, let us go and just make certain changes. So let's say jam is $23 and I've only taken one. Bread is 15 and butter is okay. Now let's see if this changes my elements here. So see, bread is $7, jam is 23, bread is 15, and how, like, I have to print my final sorting as well now. So print cart. So this will print the final sorting, and which is where butter is 7, bread is 15, jam is 23. So we are able to implement the Lambda function here. If I want to do this on my this part here, right? What I was doing here, I would have also be able to do that. How can I do that? Let's make the change directly now. I can say Lambda. You provide me the item, and I will just take item of Z1 multiplied by item of 2. And if you can see, the output would exactly remain same, and I'm not dependent upon a function now. If it is a reusable function, you can use it as a function. That is the best choice. But if you are using just that for once, it is better you sort it like this. So this is how we do the sorting in Python lists, and we have seen explored Lambda functions as well. Thank you for watching this video. Next video we'll explore more functions of list like map, filter, and so on. Subscribe to my channel. Do share it with your friends.